Hey there! Do you have children and are schools important to you? Today we are going to be talking about the schools, both public and private, in Fremont, California, and let's get started right now. Now, let me start off by saying that I am definitely a firm believer in any school you send your child to. That school is not just a score. All of the schools need parent support. They need parent participation as well as the parent parenting. For each school, I'm going to show an overall rating, and that is going to be the rating you're going to see for each school. In that rating, there are 4 individual ratings, but these 4 numbers are actually numbers combining to get that one rating. So number 1 is a test score rating. This reflects an annual state test, the May testing that they do, that's compared with schools that are nationwide. Number 2, it's an academic progress rating. This rating helps you measure how much they learned in a year. This also is compared to peers across the state. Number 3 is a college readiness rating. This rating shows how well the students are prepared at that school to go to college compared to students at other schools in the state. And this is based upon a couple of key measures. It's like graduation rates, college entrance rates, AP test work, again, if it's available. And this rating is given only at the high school level, not the elementary and middle schools. Finally, and 4th is the equity overview rating. And this rating looks at how well the school is actually serving the needs of the disadvantaged students relative and compared to the other schools in the state. This is going to be based upon test scores provided by the State Department of Education. Now, let's go over and look at a few facts of the Fremont schools.
Let's start talking about the Fremont Unified School District in Fremont, California. So it says here that Fremont has 44 schools in their school district, that it has 35,495 students, and it serves pre-K to 12th. Now, the one thing I do kind of caution people through is the number of schools. Sometimes certain schools are kind of double counted. Like, for example, in the high schools, they might have an adult school or a continuation school that serves dual purpose and might also serve the middle school and the high school, so it's kind of double counted. So do they have 44 schools? Probably not. Okay, so let's take this opportunity to talk about the teachers and staff in Fremont Unified School District. And the students to teacher ratio is 24:1. The students per counselor is 1,040:1. The percentage of teachers with 3 or more years teaching experience is 86%. They have 100% of full-time teachers who are certified, and the average teacher salary is $92,701. Now let's go down to how they spend the money at the school. The average money that they get for each child in the Fremont School District is $12,178. And the amount that they spend on each student is $9,736.
Now let's start with the Fremont High Schools.
Okay, so when we're talking about the Fremont Unified School District, Fremont is a fairly large city and it does divide itself into districts. So you'll see that there are a couple more high schools here. So let's go ahead and just jump right into the high schools. The first school and the most northernmost school is going to be American High School, and like the other high schools, they serve grades 9 through 12. American High School has a rating of 10 and it services 2,448 students. The next high school we go to is Washington High School. They have a 9 out of 10 rating and they have 1,918 students. The next school that we're going to go to is John F. Kennedy High School, and they have a rating of 7 out of 10, and they serve 1,292 students. Next, we're going to go over to Irvington High School. They have a 9 out of 10, and they have 2,294 students. The last public high school that we're going to talk about here is Mission San Jose High School, and they are a 10 out of 10 also. So it's one of the top 2 schools for high schools that are in Fremont, and they serve 2,046 students. So actually, this is not the end of the high schools. This is just the end of the district high schools that are the public schools. They do have a couple of other schools. Robertson High School is the continuation school, and they are a 2 out of 10, and they serve 176 students. And the other one that I wanted to talk about is a charter school. It is a public charter school, Circle of Independent Learning School. They are a 6 out of 10, and they have 368 students. And then also there's a couple of schools like the adult school that serve multiple levels. So the Fremont Adult School is here on Calaveras Avenue.
Let's jump on over to the middle schools.
Now, Fremont has 5 main middle schools that serve Fremont. And again, they're a very large city. And so again, they are spread out because of all the districts in Fremont. So let's go ahead and start on the north side again. And let's start with Thornton Junior High School. And these are junior high schools. This one is grades 7 and 8, and it serves 1,297 students, and it is an 8 out of 10. The next junior high school, also serving 7th and 8th grade, is a 7 out of 10, and it has 972 students, Centerville Junior High School. Now let's jump down. This one again is the same one that was in the high school. It is double counted, kind of. It's also counted as a middle school, and this is the charter school that they have. That's 368 students, and they do serve K through 12th grade, and they are a 6 out of 10, Circle of Independent Learning School. The next junior high school is Walters Junior High School, and it has 727 students and a rating of 7 out of 10. John M. Horner Junior High School has a rating of 8 out of 10, and it is 1,245 students. And the next one up in the Mission Hills is the William Hopkins Junior High School with a rating of 9 out of 10, and they serve 1,060 students. Now, they do have an alternative school. It's Vista Alternative School, and it serves grades 7 through 12, so it's going to be one of those double counted schools. And they have a rating of 3 out of 10. They do only serve 34 students.
And now let's end with the elementary and the private schools.
So this is the first map of the elementary schools in Fremont, and I know I have talked about how large Fremont is. It's large in people and also landmass. So this is the first map. So I did categorize it alphabetically. So I think what I'm going to do is just run through the names and the test score, and we will go from north to south, basically. So the first school we have is Ardenwood Elementary. They have 963 students, and they are at 8 out of 10. The next school is Forest Park Elementary. They are a 9 of 10, and they have 1,011 students. Next one is Patterson Elementary School with a 7 out of 10, and they have 786 students. Next, we have Brookville Elementary School. They are 8 out of 10 with 708 students. Going more to the east, we have Niles Elementary School with 588 students, and they are an 8 out of 10. We have Olivera Elementary School, which is a 7 out of 10 with 885 students. Cabrillo Elementary School is a 5 out of 10, and they have 418 students. Parkmont Elementary School is an 8 out of 10, and they have 885 students. Glenmore Elementary School is a 7 out of 10, and they have 663 students. John Matos Elementary is a 6 out of 10, and they have 607 students. Joseph Azevedo Elementary School is a 9 out of 10, and they have 650 students. So this is the public charter school again. They are a 6 out of 10 and they have 368 students, and they also service K through 12th grade. Briar Elementary School is a 7 out of 10 with 717 students. Haley Durham Elementary School is an 8 out of 10 with 707 students. Let me go back for just a minute since that my phone was chirping. Let me go back to Briar Elementary School is a 7 out of 10 with 717 students. Haley Durham Elementary is an 8 out of 10 with 707 students. John Gomes Elementary School is a 9 out of 10 with 746 students. Joshua Chadburn Elementary is a 9 out of 10 with 734 students. Mission Valley Elementary is a 9 out of 10 with 655 students. Hirsch Elementary School is an 8 out of 10 with 570 students. John Blakehale Elementary School is a 5 out of 10 with 444 students. Harvey Green Elementary School is an 8 out of 10 with 517 students. Grimmer Elementary School is an 8 out of 10 with 481 students. Mission San Jose Elementary School is a 9 out of 10 with 535 students. And Fred Weibel Elementary School is a 9 out of 10 with 796 students. So this is our second map. Our first map had 25 schools on it, and our second map only has 5. And I did it alphabetically. There is nothing about the school scores. So the final 5 schools are Warwick Elementary School, which has an 8 out of 10 and has 912 students. Vallejo Mill Elementary School has 519 students and their test score is 7 out of 10. Tom Maloney Elementary School is a 9 out of 10 with 589 students. Stephen Millard Elementary School is a 7 out of 10 with 577 students. And our final and southernmost school is Warm Springs Elementary School, which is a 9 out of 10, and they have the greatest number of students with 1,054. Or at least I think that's the greatest number. Okay, so we're going to touch on the private schools in Fremont. The view is going to be a little bit different here because most of them are gray and they don't have ratings. But you'll notice that there are a lot of little gray dots here. Many of these are actually homeschools that are located in Fremont, or they're very, very small, under 100 students. So we may not touch on those. The first thing that I want to point out is many of the elementary schools are actually elementary and middle, or what they call in Fremont, junior high schools. So we're going to touch on those together. The first one that we're going to touch on is actually Fremont Christian School. This is one of the ones that serves pre-K through 12th grade, and they have 728 students. The next one we're going to talk about is Montessori School of Fremont. That serves pre-K to 6th grade, and they have 233 students. Next is the Stratford School, and they serve K through 8th grade with 411 students. Now we have Our Lady of Guadalupe School with 239 students, and they serve pre-K to 8th. The Holy Spirit Elementary School is a private school that serves K through 8th grade with 272 students. St. Joseph's Elementary School is a private school with 1st through 8th graders with 259 students. Here is Prince of Peace Lutheran School with 169 students of K through 8th graders. Finally, the last school that we're going to touch on is Kimber Hills Academy, which is a private school of K through 8th graders with 261 students. Now, as far as the high schools go, all of these dots here are smaller high schools that are private schools. There is just one that we need to talk about, which is Fremont Christian School, which does serve pre-K through 12th grade, and they have 728 students.
Oh my gosh, that was a lot. I have one more super important point, but first, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button below, right there. Also, I have a buyer guide that you can get if for free. Did I say free? Yeah, you can get it in the link in the description right down below. Now, here is one of my most important points of the Fremont schools. Now, if you're looking at public schools, you need to know in Fremont, there are district boundaries. You need to live in a certain district to send your child to a certain school. So if you're looking for a certain district, I know a lot of parents are trying to move into the Mission San Jose High School district. You have to live in certain boundaries. So if you want to get in that school, you need to know the boundaries. You can contact me. I can help you with that. Or you can contact the school district for the boundaries. I'm Casey Serafino-Lee, your local East Bay real estate agent, helping you love where you live. If you like this video, you might like this video or this video. And be sure to subscribe to my channel here. I dare you. See you on the next one.